laugh. It makes my head hurt.
Oh, sorry.
But that's my job. I'm the
It's
jokester.
what we do.
I know.
Oh no.
It's not a migraine, so at least there's that. But it's definitely like just that
Sore.
lingering.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you like breathe, it throbs in time. Yeah. Hi, Manny.
Manny's here. Hello.
Hi, Manny.
Oh my goodness.
So-
Yay.
I know it's exciting.
We love.
Oh wait, here, look, see.
Yay!
There's mine. There's mine.
All
Oh
tapped
yeah.
up.
Mine was most recently on my Kindle. Here, I'll show you my Kindle. Okay.
Oh, I love your phone case.
Thank you. I get a lot of compliments on
Oh,
it.
cute.
So cute. I
Love
just got
that.
these.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, that's pretty
Ooh.
too.
Like that one.
We are.
Everyone-
Look at us.
Everyone show your phone case.
Real fancy.
uh,
Oh,
So
here we
I-
are.
Paige, I was sharing with Amy before you popped on that I listened to the last like 20% on audiobook and even did like immersive reading toward the end. And I wish I had started out with the audiobook because it completely changed my experience. And I'm going to remember that going into book 4.
Very
Like,
nice.
I'm not even a go-to audiobook person, but for some reason, these books come across better to me that way.
I full immersion read this one, so I get the audio.
You get it?
I mean, I can see that. I definitely liked the audiobook. I enjoyed it both ways fairly equally. So I feel like you're not missing out if you're reading it, because I did it both ways. I read part of it physically, listened to part of it, and I didn't feel like I was missing out on the experience either way. So if you were to listen to any of the books, if you listen to them audiobook wise, I don't think you'd actually miss out on any of the experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good to know.
Yeah.
I love listening to them. Like the second it starts and it has anything to do with like the accident sign off or anything like that, I'll be just like,
Yeah. I really enjoyed that part of this book, like the whole like burial rites thing and all the like tradition and all that.
So what was your final rating then?
So my final rating was still only 3. I think if I had listened to the whole thing on audio, it probably would have been a 4. But I cannot express how much I struggled, like up until today, up until the switch. I mean, it's like, you hear people say all the time, well, three's not a bad rating, and like really, it's not. I just couldn't give it higher than that because of how much I struggled to get
That's fair.
to get through,
Yeah. And this is the first one that I didn't struggle at all.
Did you give it
I'm
5?
glad that like this
Yeah?
is going so interestingly.
5 stars
Yeah.
for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Paige gave it 5 again. Okay, good. I like that.
This definitely was the first one where I fell asleep once reading it, but that was just because it's so relaxing. But I wasn't like every single time I picked it up, I fell asleep, which was the case with both other books. And I got through it very quickly. Like I didn't, even though I finished it today, it was a few hours ago, and I didn't read it a lot. Over the last, like every time I picked it up, I made a lot of
That's
progress.
why I was like, are we doing sprints? Because I could see that you'd got through most of it, but I just wasn't 100% confident. So I was like, how'd we go? And because I was asleep until recently.
I the version I have, the e version I have, like it said I was only like 68% of the way through, but then there was also I think an intro to the next book and stuff like that in it. So the last bit that I thought I had even more to do today was way less than I thought. So
yeah, me too. Manny also gave it 5 and had given the previous one, which I'm drawing a blank on what it was called.
Close to common orbit.
A close and common orbit, 3.5.
Now, I've got to say, I was really loving it from the beginning for the characters. I didn't think I was going to give it a 5 stars. But the last third of the book, I pretty much cried the whole time.
Yeah, I tried to.
And it's not even the saddest of the books. Like, it really isn't. It's not. I think it was just some things hit you at the right time of your life, at the right way, in the right way, and it all made me cry.
The Sawyer thing really rocked my world, and the conversation between Tessa and Pop, like I had a tear leak out. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
So I remembered Sawyer from the beginning. I
knew that was the thing that stuck with you.
Yeah, I was just like, and because it was Sawyer from Lost, like that's how I envisaged him the entire time. Like it had stuck, and so I was like, I know when I first read it, like I was sobbing from the second it happened, but this one it was like a little bit delayed, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened. And then
that wasn't like, I didn't cry at all when he first died because it happened so quickly that it didn't seem real. I thought something was going to happen. The actual section that made me sob, and I'm talking sob, which was really strange, was the section where Isabel is talking to Kit before he goes. You know, she wants him to become her little pupil.
Yes.
And
I got the bumps. Yeah.
Like that scene was just it was painfully beautiful. It was so beautiful. And there was so much about this story that got more and more beautiful from like an existential perspective, you know, thinking about like life and meaning of life and the meaning of all these lives and how important they are and how, and you know, and I was saying in the thing, I was thinking like I think from a teacher perspective, it had a lot of it touched me hugely, so because you've got Kit, and then you see this in Sawyer also. So you see like this innocence, this and Kit didn't have the same personality as Sawyer did, but like this starting of life. You're in the beginning of your life, and there's so much potential as a person, and there's so much that can happen. And then you see situations with Sawyer where everything could be so wonderful and it goes so horribly wrong, and he didn't deserve it. You know, in fact, he deserved so much more than he ever got, and it was so devastating. And you see how much this touched Kit's life, and then you see how he has no direction and doesn't know what he wants to do. And then just Isabel coming in and kind of just knowing how to point him in the right direction. It just made me feel like this is one of the things that I love about being a teacher so much, is the being able to witness these journeys, you know, and then having like a little bit, like, you know, I never take credit for any progress a kid makes, but like just being a part of that journey, like it just makes you feel there's something so profoundly like it's heartwarming. Like it makes you, it fills you up. And that's how I felt about that whole scene between Isabel and Kit. And I just was like, I was so overcome. I was sobbing, like sobbing. And I was like, what the hell? This isn't even that sad of a scene. Why am I sobbing? It's so stupid. But that's kind of how I felt about that.
What she was saying about like, you know, you think you're going to go out there and you're going to like discover like, what's the point of it all? You know, she's like, I hate to break it to you, but like,
there's no point.
No matter where you go, you're gonna be looking for that answer, you know. And yeah, that was so good.
And I think that was like another part of it too, like you're saying, Danielle, like I think we all go through that though, right? We all go through this feeling of like, what's the point of everything? And then also like, I'm not meeting that point of everything. Like I'm not, finding that point for myself necessarily. Sometimes I think we feel that way sometimes. And so then knowing that it's a universal feeling, it like it's not like it changes it, but it also kind of just makes it feel like, yeah, we all go through this.
For me, like, because I was thinking about that and like what it is for me. And like the reason I get out of bed in the mornings is because of my relationships. My relationships, the love between me and the people that I hold dear, like that's the point for me. If
Yeah.
if I didn't have that, what is the point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you saw in this, like what was the point? Was the people,
Mhm.
That's what she kept bringing it back to, is like, you're not going to find a point when you go out there. You're going to realize that the point is just us, like we're the point.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's all about the relationships. That is the point.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah,
Manny,
very.
Manny said she was definitely crying and that Sawyer's death was so shocking. Like I was in full denial until it was talked about. Yeah. One of the things I wish I could do more often. I think today's kids are more lost than ever. Yeah. Yeah. I know it definitely had me thinking about my kids and especially Mia, like where she's at right now.
Mm.
With just getting ready to graduate high school and yeah. talking about going away and like, yeah, go. It's okay to go away, because sometimes when you go away, it gives you a new perspective for what you have at home, So,
And if you stay, it's because you've found something to believe in there.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I
I was,
think,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was going to say, and I think we, we look at young people, we look at kids, we look at teenagers, and we think, obviously they're having a hard time in their life because they do feel emotions a lot more strongly at that point of their life. Because it's developmental, but like also like they have a lot of ease in their life in a lot of ways. But then I think we forget that there's so much that they are going through that we've already worked through. And,
Mhm.
and it's not perfect for everybody, but there is that wisdom that comes with being older and having experienced all these really hard things that they're just starting. And it's just like, I think we forget how hard it can be to be that age sometimes. Like it can be so hard because
Yeah.
they don't know how to make themselves feel better after all the bad things after all bad feelings. So yeah,
I
I
think
felt
one
bad
of the
for.
quotes that hit me the hardest with that was Isabel said, I only tell you if you understand that when a person tells you what they want of you, they're not deciding for you. It's their opinion, not your truth. Got it? And I was like, oh, how I wish someone had said that to me. Like, and like the thing is, I think I read this around the time that I was going through, like, deciding my first year of teaching and all of that. So I was like, that hits different now being on the other side of it and having figured out what I want from my life. Because like that's the thing. Everyone told me growing up that I was going to make a great teacher. So that's what I did because everyone was like, well, that sounds like a good idea. Like you'll be great at it. I don't like kids. Like,
yeah, it makes a difference.
Trying to deal with that on a day-to-day basis, also not having my own diagnosis for, ADHD, like to understand myself in that caliber, to be able to accommodate that while teaching. Like, teaching is not designed for ADHD people brains. Like, it is a very neurotypical or autistic pathway. Like, you gotta have some semblance of order. And when I reread that, I was just like, huh? Oh, that hurts. And I think, like, if we could just instill that statement into, like, everyone, it would make it so much nicer for people to decide their own path. Like, some people need guidance and want that structure and want that support. But some people need to have the permission to know that whatever's being shoved at them isn't their only option.
Right.
And it's hard to see the trees when you're in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
So,
it is.
Yeah, that I was like, huh, okay, that's fine. No worries. Don't need my soul. It's gone.
What were you going to say, Danielle, when I cut you off?
I was trying to think of the way that Kip phrased it at the end when he was talking about like the fleet being like its own singular thing or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I may have to go back.
When he was talking about kind of like, wasn't like when he was talking about, was this when he was in the museum with all his classmates?
No, I think it was the part after that. I think it was. Well, I don't know.
But kind of pushed
maybe
into
it, maybe it was. Or did he have a conversation with Isabel after that?
I'm trying to remember. I feel like there wasn't much of a conversation with him but there could have been.
There was the museum, and then
I think it's the museum.
It was him doing the
when he was talking about bringing his friend.
That was
when he was talking about bringing his friend home.
That was a museum.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was like he thought about the fleet through her eyes, and it wasn't the same fleet. He knew it all. And then, like, he's like, imagine saying, go ahead, touch anything you want. And then being able to tell her about the archives. He wanted to hang out in his district with her and have neighbors come and stay. He wanted to teach her things. He wanted his alien friend to think the fleet was cool. And maybe it was.
But
I swore there was I swore there was a conversation that he had.
He thought about his hex where he watched Mom melt down old busted tools, where he'd watch Dad retrofit it, blah, blah, blah. He talked about how she would react. She'd freak out. Let's see. Because, he was talking about how it's not individual artifacts. Basically, it's one whole artifact. Like, it's all an artifact. What do you say? So you can touch everything you're touching. And Kip said, is that what you're talking about?
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Okay.
I feel like it was in the last Isabel section, maybe.
Because he did the naming
naming ceremony, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Did I just see it? Okay. I think I found it. Okay, so she was talking about like him being away. Talking about like him when he came back. He spoke Spaceport Res Kit Kish, and his arm sported a swirling bot tattoo he'd picked up from some market stop, like you do. He'd gained a soft spot for snap fruit tarts. He liked letting ocean waves run over his toes, but he drank his mech hot and his kick ice cold, and found no meal as comforting as hopper topped with twice round pickle. He peppered his clip with his angst with clip, and thought Martian accents were the funniest thing there was. He knew that the sky was best viewed below his feet, and he told her when she demanded to know why he was back, that seeing so many singular things had made him realize he came from somewhere singular too. And even if it was ass backward and busted, his words, it was theirs, and there was nothing else like it. The fleet was priceless. Yeah, that was the part I was thinking of.
I like that.
But the fleet is a singular thing too. Love that.
Yeah, that was really.
And I loved how she kind of like, she did such a good job of like summarizing so much experience that he had while he was out and away, and how it touched him and changed him. And you know,
Yeah.
what he brought back with him, and then the things from home that never left him, you know. That was awesome.
I feel like there was so much about this book that just felt so beautiful to me and profound. Like the philosophy in this book in particular really hit me hard this time around. And I'm not a big philosophy person, so the fact that it worked for me says a lot to me. Or at least it just hit right for me, like where I'm at in my life, the things that are important to me in my life, kind of things.
Manny said, "Did you see the astronauts press conference today? They all went to the moon and saw amazing things, but they all talked about how the important thing was the humanity of the whole thing. They made me cry again."
Oh.
Yeah, wild, huh?
That is. I think that would be the case when you end up going so far away and being so alone and knowing that you're further away than anybody else at the moment and that anything could happen. And then also coming back to the earth and like seeing this is the home. This is where every person you love is, all the, like it's all there in front of you and you can see it from a distance. I bet that would be frightening.
Yeah, right.
But also, you couldn't have got there or home without a whole team of people working together. Like, it wasn't just them that got them into space. It was every single person who had any contribution, no matter how small. Like, and that just gives me a tiny sprinkling of hope.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I really liked I didn't like it. I loved it. First of all, I loved the relationship between Aes and what was the guy's name?
Sunny.
Sunny? Yeah, why did I say Summer?
That's funny.
I loved what their relationship like blossomed into, the friendship that they wound up with. And I loved her idea of making sure that what happened to Sawyer, or doing her part to make sure that what happened to Sawyer did not happen to other outsiders that came to the fleet. Like her little classes that she prepared, and like, here's what to expect, and like, this is how to get around, and this is, I don't know, it was just so good.
That's my sense of justice was hit really hard. I was really angry that the other Exodans were talking shit about Sawyer, and I'm like, somebody tell his story. Somebody tell the truth, because the truth is he was so good. He was so good, and he was good until the end, and that's what made me so mad. I was like, stop saying bad stuff about him.
Yeah, he really got taken advantage of.
But that's the narrative, isn't it? I know. We know that all of these refugees are beautiful people, but the second that one thing goes tits up because of a situation not of their own making, it blows up in their face and they're clouded as horrible. Even though we know, like, anyone with half a brain cell knows that is not the case.
Yeah.
But man, I need more schools.
She definitely slid that in there about, people like working that situation to their own narrative and like whatever they meant to accomplish by,
this is published in 2018.
Yeah.
In 2018.
Yeah.
I think Aes is my favorite character too.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything about her position, how she revered life, how she, and then even the things she felt, I think early on Danielle was talking about like how Aes was feeling like, you have everything. So why do you feel restless? Why do you feel like you're not fulfilled? And I get that too.
Yeah.
You know what I find entertaining? Eris's monk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She is the start of the monk of robot duology. That's where Monk's story came from. That unsettledness, even though you're doing such a rich, fulfilling purpose in life. you
And
still have this thing.
that was my favorite part of the Monk and the Robot story, the first book at least.
Yeah.
That feeling of unfulfilledness is so frustrating, but it's not something you stop and think about. I mean, you do think about it, but I mean, like, we don't talk about it a lot in conversations, or at least I feel like it's, maybe you talk to your therapist about it and stuff, but it's not as visible in book themes, I feel, as other existential problems or other things. So that was one of the reasons I loved Monk and Robot. And that was definitely part of this book that I really liked too.
Manny's on the AS train as well. Best human, and I love her a lot. My only problem with these books is that they paint a future where we still haven't figured out some very important issues, and that makes me sad. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we'll ever figure everything out.
I don't think so either, but womp womp.
That's where we take each of the learnings from these and try and be the best human that we can be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I opened up to one of my previous tabs and I giggled a lot because it was like, the guilt lingered even so. Ghosts were imagining, but hauntings were real. I was like, oh,
that was so good. That was so
that
good.
hurts. That hurts.
Yeah.
Like, she just comes out with these like facts.
Little truth bombs.
God damn it, Becky. God damn it, Becky.
Yeah.
But I thought this was going to be one of the well-received ones. Just
that scene that I was talking about between Tessa and Pop, and how he had saved that half a bottle of whatever for like this conversation that, may or may not ever happen. I think, there, I can't talk. Scenes in books between fathers and daughters tend to get me every time. But just like to know your kid that well, like to set this bottle aside all these years before, and yeah, she's like all freaking out about going to him to have this conversation, and he's like, I know, I'll be fine.
I got a lady friend now.
Yeah. Oh, and he met his other lady friend at the top and bottom.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds like a sex club if I ever heard one. Oh my gosh. I also loved how sex positive this book was. Like there was nothing dirty about AS, and it's totally understandable why she wanted to and felt comfortable going to the sex club, and then Sunny was never this like made to be this dirty like secret or anything like that. Like there was something so honorable about that position, and then nobody ever batted an eyelash at that within this. I mean, except when he introduced himself at the end, of the people that weren't used to being on the exit were like, yeah. Oh.
even the little old lady that brought them tea and biscuits, she was like, oh, are you one of his clients? It was just like, oh, it's so good to see you. Like,
he's so nice for friends.
Yeah.
Well, we make sex so dirty in a lot of ways, and so like shameful, and it was just nice to see that it wasn't in this, that it was just something that people did, and it was just as important of a job as other jobs. That I just thought that was like such a freeing way of thinking about sexuality and sex, and I feel like that's something that we take. I think we have a lot of hang-ups because of sex and all the stigmas that surround it. And it was just kind of, to me, it felt very comforting to see such a positive look at it and a positive relationship with it. Which is, see, it's interesting for me because I grew up in a very sex positive family. My family was very like open about it. It wasn't anything to be ashamed about. And then I had a couple of relationships where it became sort of taboo, and then like it messed me up. So it's like this was almost healing because I'm like, see, it doesn't have to all be bad all the time. So, it's got to be, it's nice to see that we can heal our relationship with things like that, and just, you know, some of the messed up parts of our society. I know that's TMI. Sorry, y'all.
No, I just was thinking, I love that this book like worked so well for you. Like, I don't know. I just love it. Makes me happy.
And it's funny because I don't think I grew up in like, my parents didn't shame sex. They definitely were like, please do not have it and don't tell us when you are. But like it was expected at some point in my life I would. And whether there was nuanced conversations, I can't remember anymore. Like my family, we had big conversations around dinner table. Like, nothing was no hold back. But I ended up teaching myself a lot about sex, and then I became like the pro. Not that I was actually doing anything, but I was the most informed in my friend group. So they all came to me for advice. And I've just always had this fascination with human sexuality. And so for me, it's like I'm always disgusted at the way that sex workers are treated and the stigma associated with it. And I'm like, but it's a job. It's providing a service. Like, if we put structures in place to be able to support it so that it's not people that have no other option, it could be such a beautiful thing. But instead, we're just like, no, that's people's dirty little secrets. And it's like, but it doesn't have to be. Like, it's okay. Like, just, I don't know. It's hard because, so many people treat it as like a dirty little secret. But I'm like, if I haven't banged Dash for long enough, I'm like genuinely okay. Because it's not a need met, right? Like, I don't feel any lacking on my part, but he won't because he's faithful to me. But it's like, God, why are human relationships so complex and so taboo when they don't need to be?
Well, and just our view of sex is very complicated also. And and I think it's because there's so much emotion tied up in it, but then there's also so much shame tied up in it. And that is something I struggle, like I said, because I've been in relationships where it's made me feel shameful about things. And it's like, that's messed up because I didn't have that viewpoint going into it, And so it's just sad. And it's sad that then, society kind of perpetuates that. It doesn't kind of, it definitely perpetuates that shame, those feelings of shame. And
I'll go happily shove a cactus up anyone's ass that made you feel that way, by the way.
That's right.
And I will make sure it's the prickliest kind I can find.
Cholla, 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 those are bad.
I think I was just reading that in Snake Eater by Tiki.
Cholla. They actually like, if you get too close to them, they like latch on to you, and it's really hard to get off. So
wow.
Anyways, that sounds like the plan that they were describing.
This isn't about me, but I should just sum up by saying that was something I really enjoyed about this book, was just how this getting a chance to look into a different way of looking at that.
Yeah. What did she, because when she went for the first time, they said, what are you looking for? And she said something like, pick someone who does something. And the lady was like,
the nicest
who's one. Nice. Yeah. And she's like, dear God, don't tell them that that's why I picked them. Like, whatever you do, I'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Sunny just lived up to his name.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, it was beautiful. I love their dynamic. Like that, just good dynamic.
Yeah.
And that freeness to talk to each other that like she couldn't really get with anybody else because they revered her in a way that was made it so she couldn't just be human.
Yeah. She had to be the symbol.
Yeah. And
that like broke me when he requested that. Like, and it would mean a lot to me to know that the person who will take care of me is a whole person, not just a symbol. I was like,
oh yeah.
So
yeah.
beautiful.
They were both great. And I really liked I actually really liked Isabel and Tamsin also.
Yeah.
They were a fun couple. And I liked that Tamsin would push, you know, whereas Isabel was just like, I'm going to be as respectful as possible. I'm not going to step on any toes. And I'm that way. I'm Isabel, you know, I totally get that. But I also see how Tamsin actually was able to get to the root of things a lot quicker.
Yeah,
you know?
that conversation she had with Gololo at the end, like that was needed to happen, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Gololo, and or however you say it, she was a pretty fun character also.
I couldn't remember if anything went negatively with them, so I was like giving them some side eye the entire time. Like, I can't remember if you're decent.
I was suspicious of her at first.
Yeah. Well, and especially having the negative associations with her people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did like how we got to see what a Harmagian was all about, because in the other books they're just talked about and they sound so interesting and so different that I'm glad we got like a full understanding in this book about like what Harmagians are like, you know, versus you know, in the last book, the second book, it was all the aliens. No, that was the first book. All no, which one was that? Was the second book? Yeah, because
Andrix were
the first ones, and then aliens were this ones, and Harmagians were the next ones. So it was really cool to, like, because they seemed the most different aliens from what humans are like. That I was like,
I was laughing out loud at the end when I think Isabel asked Gololo if like she wished that she had you know, had that time with her kids as they were growing up, and she's like, no, are you kidding? This is crazy. I laughed. I was like,
they're a polyp. No.
It's not alive. They have a death before they. Yeah, that was so funny. Because there's no communication that happens at that point. There's no. Yeah, that was pretty funny. And like also like, I mean, that's similar to the Andrisks. The Andrisks don't raise their young.
Yeah.
No. But because I don't really feel like the Harmagians had like carers per se. They were just sort of in their pool doing all their own stuff, whereas
I mean, if you think about the way our world works, if you think about the animal world versus if you think of mammals versus aquatic versus you know, reptiles and stuff like that, there's two main ways of producing, and one of them is producing fewer young and having a longer gestation period and taking care of them for a lot longer. You take care of them as the mother. Then there's all the fish and all the different reptiles and all the different animals that produce hundreds of thousands of young and don't actually take care of them, like hope that they survive. And because you've had so many, they will survive, you know, some will survive to carry on your genetic traits. So I thought it was pretty cool that we got that perspective from these sentient aliens, but also not everybody is going to be a mammal. Not everybody's going to do things the way we do. So that was fascinating. We're going to say, I'm sorry, cut off.
Oh, I was just thinking about another character that we hadn't talked about yet, and that is George. Tessa's husband. I thought he was
George.
I thought George was great. Like
cinnamon roll.
I love George.
He is a cinnamon roll. That's the word I was thinking. I kept wanting to go golden retriever, but I think probably more cinnamon roll. But yeah, his whole conversation with her whenever she was talking about, living planet side, and like he's like, you're my family. Like, I go where you go. Like, this is not a tricky decision for me. Like, I don't have to be going and mining rocks or whatever he was doing. Like, yeah, he was great. He was great.
He was in love with her. Like,
Yeah.
it's so interesting because their relationship was not built originally on
Yeah.
it was more built on respect and a mutual understanding, but it wasn't built on this like love, like, and yet he had fallen in love with her clearly, and she did too, but it was much more quiet in her.
I loved how she was always like, he smells so good.
He always smells good.
He always smells good.
That's the pheromones.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and then she's like, he's not the kind of guy I ever would have gone for, but that didn't. But then that, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you should have had, the kind of guy you would have gone for in the past. Because if you'd gone for one of those other guys in the past, you wouldn't have ended up caring about this person long term the way you care about George.
Yeah. I don't know what visual Manny was talking about.
I think that was the cactus.
Oh.
Yeah. Up the butt.
I loved her. She was so enthusiastic, and I felt very identified with that part. Like, ooh, aliens, they're fascinating.
The Gala, whatever her name is.
Galolo. That's what I like to call her.
Galolo.
He was so great. Oh yeah, George, so great, except the bad guys. Yeah, he was good.
The hard thing about this, and I'm not giving the bad guys any like leeway in this whole situation, because I was really angry for Sawyer at how he got treated, but the bad guys weren't even as bad as bad guys.
Yeah. They were desperate people doing desperate things.
There are much worse bad guys out there, and they recognized the wrong of what they were doing, and it wasn't like any of this was what happened to Sawyer was intentional on their part.
I just think they should have been upfront with him about what he was getting into, so that he could make a decision.
Absolutely,
whether or not he wanted.
They were bad guys. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but like, it just you could just see how human. And usually I feel like the bad guys are a lot more clear cut. Like, they're just bad and bad. But it just made it even more sad, because to me it was like their stupidity got this wonderful person killed, and I just felt like,
what was the one guy called, like Oates or something like that?
I think it wasn't it Oates.
Oh
yeah,
Muriel and Oates.
But you could tell it was messing with him because he was.
Yeah,
Oates.
And I think that's like really smart on Becky's part to go that these people are doing what they deem necessary, knowing full well that it's illegal, but also they are just human as well. They took advantage of someone's naivety, which is not okay. But they are also multifaceted.
Well, and you look at Oates and the argument he has with Sawyer, and in his mind, like, he wasn't just saying, oh, I just want to take things to take things. Like, he felt very justified and self-righteous in what his beliefs were and why he thought the Exodans were doing them wrong. And that isn't necessarily right, but that's something he genuinely felt, and
that's what a lot of people do believe.
Yeah. And then it's just, and poor Sawyer just got caught up in it, and I just wanted to, and I just was like, where's Ayas? She met him. She needs to protect him.
Don't worry, she was feeling the guilt over that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also that was interesting, because it would have been so different if they had have fessed up and said this was a fuck up. But it was the thing that made them bad for me was the disrespect for human life.
Yeah.
it was putting him in the clothing heap. If they hadn't done that, if they had have just put him somewhere where it would have been discovered and, like, you know, it wasn't because someone stepped up and said, this is what's happened, that they found him fast enough and all of that. If they had have done the right thing by going, there's been an accident, I wouldn't deem them bad guys. But, like, you know, but because they were so flippant of it.
They were chicken shits.
There it was. Oates wasn't flippant about it at all, but...
I mean, it's so in my life, and this is kind of personal, I'm not going to go into detail, but like one of my uncles OD'd, and if they had dropped his body off even dropped it off at an emergency room and left, he would have survived. But they didn't. They took him up to a cabin we have in the mountains. They just dropped him off there, and he wasn't dead when they dropped him off. But like, they were chicken shit. They were scared, and they were afraid of getting caught. But if they could have been chicken shit and just left him at a emergency room, and it would have been all different. And I feel like that just shows the humanity too, and the reality of like Becky Chambers' writing is that she's going to show that humanity is going to make these choices. People are going to make these choices that are chicken shit, and are they may not have been bad people, but they're going to make bad choices that hurt other people. And it's very real, you know. There's many instances that are very similar to the things she expresses in these books, and I think that's what makes it so profound sometimes, because it feels so close to reality that you can see how how realistic these the way she portrays humans to be are. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I was a little baby, so I don't have any memories of it, but it was really difficult for our family, and it was one of those situations where the people were just scared. And I'm not saying that's okay, but that reminded me a lot of that scene. Reminded me a lot of that situation in our family, with Oates and Muriel, because my uncle was doing something bad himself, but doesn't mean he should have had that end that he had, and so I do like thinking about humans as being very multifaceted, which is why I like really complicated dramatic stories. I always like the drama in stories, but I think to me that feels a lot more like you get a good glimpse of what humanity is actually like, the good and the bad.
Yeah. And I think Becky nails it. Like, while it was aliens, it's not.
Yeah.
While her stories are about aliens, they're not.
No, they're not.
And we all bring different things to see, like, each of the characters resonate with us differently, or their actions resonate in different ways, because we're bringing our own stories to the table as well.
Yeah. And sorry, I didn't mean to drop the mic and make you guys feel uncomfortable.
Oh no, you didn't. Never. You didn't. My brain was just thinking if we had touched on everything.
My heart was breaking for your family.
Yeah, that's a hard thing.
But it kind of reminded me of, was it Isabel that's saying that? Yeah, when she was talking to Kip, saying our species doesn't operate by reality, it operates by stories.
I liked all that whole section where she was talking about. I love that whole section. It was so great. It definitely made me think. It definitely made me feel, and loved Isabel for that in that moment, especially. I was like, she just was able to sum up the significance of the work she did so well there, and why it was important. Oh,
and
I
just
was
a
thinking.
little librarian that makes myself happy.
Yeah.
I was thinking about a character I didn't like, Ross or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. She was pronouncing it Ross in the
It's like,
audiobook.
yeah, she was, and I was like, I always thought Ras, but
Yeah. That's how I was saying it in my head prior to.
yeah, what a little punk.
He can go sit on one of those
Yeah.
cactuses.
And Kip, he stood his ground there in the end with just like cutting him off. Like after he had tried to after Ross had tried to like brag and say, oh yeah, I was there when the bad guys were, confessing and having this conversation and da da da, and he was like trying to somehow make himself look special and like glorious because he was a part of it. Um, yeah, and Kip he was like, no, that was the last straw. Like, I don't want to be, he didn't say it, but he said it. Like, I don't want to be your friend anymore.
Well, and Ras just screwed him over multiple times, and he finally started seeing like, oh, my dad is going out intentionally to get me my favorite food. My my mom is always there for me even if she's frustrated. Like he was finally seeing like as much as he liked Ross, he didn't care about like he may have liked him as a friend likes a friend, but he didn't care about him the way that
About his well-being. Yeah. Yeah.
it's a hard lesson to learn when you're young, but it's an important lesson, I think, to know to keep the people around you that are genuinely going to care about you and look after you and make sure that you are in a good place versus those that are just going to use you. And Ras was a user.
Yeah.
That was pretty. I was like, yeah, Kip, you tell him, or don't tell him, but just cut him off because he's lame.
Kip's was a great coming of age story.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He turned into a great little human.
I also really felt for Tessa's daughter. Is that how? Yeah, Aya.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt for her, like not feeling safe in her own home and stuff like that. Like that was pretty scary. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have many other thoughts. I just did feel for her. And she seemed so much happier once they got to Seed, She seemed like she was thriving. And it was nice that the parents were willing to make a big change. Like they had tried everything else, to make sure that she was okay.
I mean, that was a horribly traumatic situation that happened when she was in really
with the
impressionable
Oxymoco.
years.
Yeah.
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 Like horribly traumatic.
Yeah.
And that's hard to let go, I would think, especially when you depend on your family and your parents. A lot of kids depend on their family and their parents for safety, and just not even thinking that anything bad could happen to you. And in that moment, her mom couldn't get to her and she didn't know what was going to happen. Like, and you don't feel safe. Like,
with
how
her
scary.
classmates. Yeah.
Yeah. And then how fragile the whole system seems after the Oxymoco thing happened. Like, she didn't get a chance to live her whole life on Oxymoco and see generations of her grandparents or her great grandparents living on this mostly safe space community. She only got like 5 years of her life, and then all of a sudden things go. Or is it 3? I don't remember how old she was. She's pretty young. She only had a few years of her life, and then all of a sudden things are blowing up. So that wouldn't seem she wouldn't have the experience of as safe as it's been for how long it's been safe for.
Yeah.
And so that would be like make it seem a lot less safe.
The handprints on the wall fucked me up.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, nope, not looking at that, not looking at that. Oh, damn it, I looked at it.
Yeah.
It's just generations and generations.
Wild.
Yeah. I love that, though. I love that. Like, I wish we had something like that where we just have, I mean, we have pictures, of, I mean, my great grandfather, and I've seen a couple of my great great grandfather or great grand, but what else do you have really? Not much. Some families have things to pass down. Some families don't. So that was kind of cool that they just had like an actual visual representation that nobody takes away and it just stays there. And if you live in that hex, you just take on that family name, which is pretty cool. You become part of that family.
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's what I did for my prompt of like make a picture using books inspired by the book that you just read. I just made a hexagon out of books, and I was like, "It's a hex."
That's my hex.
I love that.
That's great.
That is perfect.
I felt like I was cheating a little bit, but it seemed so obvious. I was like,
no,
"This is what I need to
That's
do."
not cheating at all. That's profound.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. I like that part of their culture too. Like you move in that home, you take on the name of the home, like all the things. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Manny.
I like that too, though. I've been thinking a lot because, like, I'm kind of looking at genealogy and stuff, and I'm kind of getting into it right now. And there's definitely this part of me that goes, well, at least for me in my little line, I'm it. Like, it doesn't go anywhere from here, which is fine. But there's still that part of me that, like, especially because I got my degree in biology, and like, that's like a little. I mean, I'm not as sad as I probably would have been in my 30s about all this, but it still is kind of like, But in the fleet, everybody is all part of one. It's all one, and everybody goes back into the system. So even if it's a different family line, it's still you could still easily take on that family line and they could be yours because you're all Exodans and you're all part of this ship, this community. And so it doesn't matter if you didn't have kids of your own because it just keeps going on and you can become a part of that family because you're always actually a part of that family, like you're always within this this community. And I thought that was very like, see, that's a way to kind of work around those feelings of like if you don't have kids, you're not passing on that that part of you or part of your family or part of your, and I was like, oh, I like that. That was really, and I think about like the work I do as a teacher feels like I'm passing on parts of me, but there's still that party that's like, it's not quite the same, but it has to be. And I'm changing my mind about things, not change my mind, but I'm working on, I have been for a few years now working on acceptance of the fact that I probably, I'm not going to have kids like of my own like physically have kids. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with adopting or anything like that, but I'm just saying like, there's still, I think that biological part of me that always thought, well, that I was going to, and that I know that I'm going to have this life experience and I'll have never experienced having a kid, which is something I wanted to do. But I have been working on coming to terms with it, and I feel like it's getting better and better. But it's kind of nice to have this perspective with Becky Chambers so that I can be like, if it helps me look at things a little differently too. And how then I can contribute. So like, it's not like I have to have a legacy, but I guess because, there's some part of you that sentient part of ourselves doesn't want to just be nothing.
I also think that you have so much to pass on. Like, for me, I'm sort of about it because what am I going to pass on? I don't have any traditions. I don't have any, connection to things. Like, I pass on a love of reading and a fucking mental health diagnosis. Like, That's what my kids are getting. Rose, you have so many skills that you can share, and sharing that with a kid is something that I feel is like a little bit integral to your community and your culture. So it's like a whole shift in identity, not having the opportunity to. But then you do have the opportunity to teach the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's where I find that maybe some of your love and cherishness for that part of yourself will be able to come forth still, even if it's not your own biological kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, because I know how like you're just like, oh, I love doing this with my mum, and I love doing these things, and I love doing this, and like,
yeah,
I could see that would be. Whereas for me, I'm like, I got nothing. So good. No one's missing out, not having me around, like, you know, not in like a family sort of dynamic. I'm not teaching kids how to braid their hair. I'm not like, I don't have skills like that.
They better not ask me how to braid their hair either.
Oh,
Actually, no, I taught a coworker how to braid recently. I forgot. We were at a conference 2 weeks ago, and he didn't know how to braid. And one of the, you know how they do, like, they want you to think profoundly about something. And while you're braiding this, think about family, think about this, da, 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 like as you're braiding it, think about all these really profound thoughts. And he... everybody's braiding their stuff, and I didn't even notice. But at the end of her like meditation thing she was doing, I look over at him, and he's just kind of twisting them. Just sitting there twisting them, still twisting them, just continuing to twist them. And I'm like, oh. So I jumped up and I ran over and I started, okay, do this. And he braided it. He learned how to braid. So I can actually teach kids how to, and adults how to braid. I was like, thank you, Paige. That's a good memory.
It's just those different ways that we view and experience life, you know, like it'd be hard going from projecting it one way and then needing to pivot and find the same purpose, but in a way that's not what you had intended the purpose to be.
Yeah.
And Becky Nails getting those thoughts in.
Yeah. There's a lot of humanity in Becky's books. And they're not like, this one was a very simplistic story. There's not a lot of plot. So like it can be difficult, like, because it has to hit you the right way. You know, I think that's true. And that's true for like literary fiction a lot of the time. You know, if the characters don't hit you the right way, if the story doesn't hit you the right way, it's not going to work as well. And I felt like that wasn't true for me as much in the first or the second books, but this one worked for me the most. And I still liked the first and the second book, but they didn't have the same effect on me as this one did. And I think that is also just personal experience, which I think is really cool, because then certain books are going to work better for some people than others.
See, I giggle at you say literary fiction because I'm like, ugh, literary fiction. Ugh.
Don't
me do it. Like, I do read some.
You do.
I read some. Like,
and sometimes
and all
you
of
absolutely love it.
Yes, but it's like, I don't know. You give me, like, I think that's when like my anthropology brain comes out, because I'm like, if you give me a species that I'm studying, it's different to just studying humans.
Yeah.
So like my brain goes, yes, okay, this is interesting. This is different. I need to comprehend how each person is made up in their or alien in their own little component. Whereas if it's literary fiction, I'm like, I got preconceived notions and I can't be fucked. Take off me blinders. Although I will say, read it, and every morning the way home gets longer and longer by Buckman the other day. 76 pages, sobbing hysterically, like absolutely unconsolable for hours.
I don't want to read that one then.
It was
76 pages.
It was something. Yeah.
Oh no.
It was not fun. It was beautiful, but it was not fun.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Ash is now doing back to Bachman. Because he's just finished Ove, and now he's going to do every, and then he's going to read the answer is no, because he's like too afraid. So he's reading his entire backlist.
Wow. I'm excited about reading Beartown.
I'm excited for everyone to be hurt.
I know, not yet. We still got Galaxy and the Space Between.
The ground.
That's what I meant.
The galaxy and the ground within.
Oh, I wasn't even close.
And are we just moving that to May? Or are we starting now and discussing mid-May? Or what are we?
We don't have anything in May.
It's going to be May. No.
All right, Justin Bieber. Or Timberlake. Which one?
It's going to be May.
One of them. There's some Justins out there.
I'm still reading it in April because I have it for Magical Readathon.
Okay. Yeah, and that was going to be because one of my prompts for TBR Trek is to finish a series, so I was going to count that for finish a series because I haven't been doing any other reading. Well, I have, but nothing that works for series.
Okay.
But maybe we don't do the live shows till May. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to think about when we're going to do sprints.
When are we picking up the first Beartown book?
June.
Oh.
Yes. June.
I deleted the category, but it didn't delete the channels. Whoopsies.
June, August, then September and October for the winners because it's a big one. That's a big one.
It's a big one.
I will be out of town on the weekend of the 2nd and 3rd of May. The 10th is, that day is Mother's Day.
I'm out of town that weekend. I found our graphic.
So what do we? I've got
June, right?
A library shift on the 23rd of May, but aside from that, I'm good.
I could do the 16th, 17th.
Yeah,
I can do live show. Or I can do sprints on the 25th. I don't know if y'all can.
20. Yeah.
This month.
Do you want to hash this out after we're not live, or do you want to?
One or the other.
Throwing that out there.
You know how this all. It's not that we forget about being live; it's just that we forget about being live.
Point is, be working on the 4th Wayfarer book, because we'll be discussing that soon.
Manny, I can tell you when I'm available.
Look at Manny. I can tell. Yes, do.
That'd be the. Come June and August, I can go back to, at least for those 2 months, doing Friday nights. I just can't.
Because you won't be in.
Yeah,
you got a different schedule in the summer?
Yeah, in the summer we start at 8 a.m. and get out at 4. So I'm home in time then. But
yeah,
now I get out of work at 6, so I'm not even close to being home by the time we would start our lives on Fridays.
Yeah.
So.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Any final thoughts?
I'm happy.
I feel like I spewed a lot this time. Sorry, y'all. I got
lots of thoughts.
Very personal.
It's okay, Amy.
You know, I'm an open book. Oh, maybe Danielle, do you want to tell everybody about your Easter scavenger hunt?
Sure. It was a lot of fun. It did wind up being semi-competitive. My son won by a very short margin. And we did learn a hard lesson. Next year, the hunt needs to take place before we eat because he was in some type of food coma and fell asleep, and we're like waking him up to go do the egg hunt. And so he was less than enthused. But yeah, he was mad at me. He was mad at me because he had to climb a fence. No, he chose to climb a fence at one point to save some time. And somehow that was my fault. But anyway, Mia said that next year, which I love that she was open to next year and continuing this. She said that she wanted me to make the clues harder and she wants there to be more of them. So I'll definitely have to I'll have to plan further ahead than I did. It's not going to be like a 2-day project like it was.
Well, and with a little more time, you could probably, get even more creative, and that's going to be fun.
It was a lot of fun. Definitely worth it.
Well,
good experience, good memories.
That's great.
I think my 2 little nieces wished that I had made one for them.
Oh, did they? Were they jealous?
They had already just done like the regular egg hunt, and yeah, especially my oldest niece, she was wanting to tag along and see what this one was all about. And then my younger niece, my sister, texted me like the next day, and she's like, "Yeah, V is like hiding eggs around the house and leaving clues, and I wonder where she got this idea." And so anyway, we may have to figure out something for them too.
I was much more of a fan of hiding the eggs than I was finding them, because I've always been competitive, but I just didn't like competing against all the other kids would go crazy over the eggs, and I would be like, "Oh, I don't want to run around finding eggs." And so to me, I was way more excited hiding the eggs for the kids to find, even as a little kid. I didn't want to find the eggs. I wanted to hide the eggs.
I think that's cool. I think there's got to be.
She's always been a good planner.
Actually, that does that totally. Oh, and have I told you that you know how like people have recently, there's been a trend for like ABC dates where you go like on a date and like you go do like go to the aquarium and eat at so Mom and I always say we want to try new places in our area, and the part of me that loves organization and things like that, we're eating at all the A restaurants in our area, and then we're going to eat at all the B restaurants in our area.
I love that. That's
so
fun.
I went on Yelp and I looked them all up and I took pictures of them. So as we eat at them, we can delete them off the pictures. And so we can eat all the A places before we go eat at all the B places.
Are you keeping some kind of like journal where you like rate your restaurants and say what you ate at them and stuff like that? And
that sounds overwhelming, but I have given all the 3 places reviews.
Okay.
So I've been reviewing
me. I'd go A through to Z and then go back around. So then I always had like a new letter, because like
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then
go back and then so please don't judge Ash's ex-coworker. She is a lovely human being, but she's neurotic to the nth degree. This girl reads a significantly large amount of books each year, and her personal challenge to read through her TBR is that she could not read the next letter of the alphabet until she has read the entirety of the letter before. So it's like your restaurant idea, except for her books.
I could see that.
Wow.
I could see that.
If she buys a new book, she then has to go back to the beginning for wherever that letter is and then rework her way through. So if she goes on a book buying spree and buys A to H and she's already on M's, she then has to read all of those before she can continue on with her M's.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No.
I can't remember where she last, like, I checked in with Ash and, like, she was doing this for about a year, and I think she got up to H's. And I'm like, I could never. I couldn't. I could not.
But not the going back every time you buy it. That just seems silly.
Like, she had a particular structure, and it made perfect sense. But, like, you know, my memory is a Sith. But I was just like, what?
Well, this is like, you know, I've always wanted to go to the library and read from alphabetically. But see, I know that I don't have the stamina for that. So I figured if I do it at restaurants, there's a better chance of me actually doing it. And that's the only reason why I'm not creating a journal where I write which ones I like the best, because then I'll stop doing this challenge eventually.
Yeah, you don't want to overcomplicate it. Yeah.
So, but I will say we had an amazing, we went to this place called Ake Tacos yesterday, which is a food truck, and it was so good that we would have never probably gone there, at least not anytime soon, if we had not done this challenge. So it was pretty awesome.
I love that idea.
That is good. Yeah.
Diabolical.
I just messaged Ash to be like, what? How did this actually function again?
Because, you know, you always tend to go, you want to go to new places, but then you end up, like, when you really want to go out, you're like, oh, I want to go to the places you know you like, and you tend to go to the same places. And this way we're forcing ourselves to go to new places.
I love that.
That's fun.
I think that's awesome.
See, I don't think I could do restaurants because of my emetophobia. I am petrified of getting sick. So it's like, I really just want to stick with the restaurants that I know haven't made me. But I'm also like, I need to stretch out. Oh, her alphabet is still going.
Oh.
The challenge is still going.
Of course. That's going to take forever. It would take me, because I don't read that fast. It would take me forever. That's why I can't do the library one like I want to. I could never get through even A's or even the beginning of A's. I would never get through it.
No, Paige, don't be a bitch. Paige, don't be a bitch.
What were you going to say? Be a bitch, Paige.
1 month, one shelf.
Oh, I know. So I finally finished. This is the one I picked up.
Yay! So look at you.
I can get back to reading it today.
Yay!
Oh my gosh! You know what I've really been enjoying?
It's True Page.
Hey!
Oh,
very nice.
Good. I've read the first one. That one.
No. I'll be picking up the second one for sure. I've only got this much left.
Close.
I don't own the second one, but I might really soon.
Borrow it?
I might own it really soon.
I could lend it to you.
They're so cute. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay. So she reads through her authors alphabetically.
Okay. Oh.
Once she gets to the end of a letter, she gets a free book. But then if she has acquired anything during that letter that was a previous letter, she has to go back to the start.
Oh,
anything during that letter that was, so I think she is yet to pass H. And this was 2 years ago that we last talked about this, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's hard.
And
that
she is a vivacious reader. Like, she reads a shit ton. Well, it might be different now that she's gone to uni. She might not have as much time for reading. But, yeah. I mean, at least by doing it by author surname, you clear their back catalogue that you own from them. And if they write in a variety, like doing T. Kingfisher, you're going to have so many different options to read. Like, this is all based off, and she's acquired a shit ton of books. She has a shit ton of books on a TBR. But, like, if you had all of T. Kingfishers, you're not going to be reading the same thing over and over again. Ooh. Does she have to go alphabetical in the surname as well, or is it just the letter?
Probably in the surname as well.
She can do any in the letter.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That would bug me. That's not in order.
Yeah. Okay. Amy's like, no, that would bug me. Has to be in order.
I got my own brand
If we're going to be
of
in order, we're going to be all the way in order.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If
I
it's
got
in order, it's
my
going to
own
be
brand
all
of
the
Nerve
way
Spicy.
That's
And-
funny.
Yeah.
See, I feel like I could not do it now, but like with my TBR being like 129 books, I feel like that would be semi-accomplishable.
It wouldn't be for mine. Mine's too big.
Yeah. No, especially not doing your Goodreads.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. That's stupid.
If it was your Goodreads, I'd be in there clearing the fuck ton out of it before you even started.
Well, so the nice thing about my 1 month one shelf is that when I went on that shelf and I pulled the book that I randomized, and I randomly picked this book, but I did go through and I pulled off books I knew I wasn't going to read or had lost interest in.
Oh,
And
that
I
was
put
smart.
I put them in my good, to donate or sell.
Yeah.
So like I'm clearing off those shelves as I go through them, and I'm going to be a lot more. If I'm not interested in getting rid of it, like I need to be a lot more realistic because I'm running out of space.
Money.
I know I only did that once.
List is like
1 to read.
1,900 and something books or something, and we're like, we need to keep clearing it out.
Yeah, that's what Manny said.
Yeah. That's like the good thing about 1 week, 1 shelf, 1 month, whatever it ends up being, is if it was to randomize it, in that moment,
whether or not you really want
you
it.
don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You look at it and go, if that was to come up, I'm going to be throwing hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
It happens with me every time with Ash's shelves. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Take it off the TBR.
And I do have a lot of books on there that I'm like, I'm keeping it because I'm like, I can give anything a try because I can read anything, right? But it's like, do I really want to read that? No, I'm not feeling it. Like, why am I keeping stuff?
You can read anything, but do you want to?
I know, exactly. And what am I interested in reading right now? And that's an important question. And so,
yeah,
I'm so proud of you.
Well, let's see how long I last doing anything, because lately I've been struggling with any kind of reading, but that's okay, except for my personal curriculum reading.
So I was like,
look what else I started.
What is that? Oh, mother of
I want to read that one this year. That's on my 1 through 10 TBR challenge.
It is.
Yeah.
Where did my thing go?
Why?
Because this isn't set in the 14th century, but it does. Part of it goes into the 14th century, and the second book is set in the 14th century. Remember, I'm doing my 14th century Renaissance personal curriculum class right now.
That was not one of the options I thought you were going to go with.
Why?
It was,
she says.
And I owned it.
So big.
I already owned it. I'm also reading. Hold on.
I love that crazy cupcake.
I'm losing it.
Man down.
This is the Ken Follett one?
This one's actual. This is nonfiction.
Time Traveler's Guide to Some Stuff.
Medieval England. This is set in the 14th. This is all about the 14th century. Not set in. It's nonfiction.
Oh. You got to page 29 last time you updated Goodreads with Pillars of the Earth.
Thank you.
I can see you looking going, where did I get up to?
Well, and I'm only reading them on the days that I've set these days as my homework, my school days.
I love you.
So these will take a while to get through, but I'm not in a rush to get through them, and I'm enjoying it. It's nice to not have a deadline.
That is good.
But I also, hold on, for my personal curriculum, my other course that I'm taking. Hold on, I'll be right back. I just got this in the mail because I'm gonna create my 14th century costume for the Renaissance Fair this year. Granted, they don't do 14th century. The Renaissance Fair is usually focused on the 16th century, but I don't care. I'm focusing on the century that I'm learning about right now, and it's still the Renaissance. So there. But yeah, I got my little. It has patterns in there and stuff like that. So, because my other course is about costume making, so or Renaissance costume making. Because we're actually camping at the Renaissance
Fair. Time of her life.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, we're camping at the Renaissance Fair this year, and so we've each, well, at least Shar and Jordan and I all want to have 3 costumes because we're going to be. There's a party the night you get there, then there's the first day of Renaissance Fair and the second day of Renaissance Fair.
That sounds amazing.
And we're going to decorate our campsite so it looks kind of Renaissance-y. It's going to be fun.
Wow, it sounds fun.
So, you know.
What did I say my personal curriculum was?
And that's why Paige on Finch, when it asked the question what my hobbies are, they are definitely focused and focused and what was the other thing? Methodical. I was like, yeah. That's me, focused and methodical.
That's me.
Because they give you options what kind of hobbies you like creative and something, physical and active, focused and methodical, and then calm and peaceful. And I was like, oh yeah, mine's focused and methodical. So I'm definitely
for sure.
Even when I do art projects like drawing or painting, I'm the last person that works on it because I go very slow and I take my time and I'm usually the one that doesn't actually finish and has to finish it later. That's me.
I love Finch's little questions. I'm so happy they incorporated that.
I know, me too. I know. Come visit, Manny. Come for the Renaissance Fair. We have space for you.
You've talked about Finch so much that I'm downloading it.
Give us your code.
Wait, awesome. I didn't have that one on my list.
What? You answered it. Yeah. What's your hobby style?
What's my hobby style?
Team creative, team focused. Oh no, you didn't answer it. I thought you answered it.
I must have missed that one.
That was yesterday's.
Yesterday's what tends to trigger a strong memory for you.
Oh, that's today for me.
Oh.
So then yesterday.
I must have missed the day before then.
You can look it up though. It's still, if you see, look. Maybe we'll encourage Danielle to get back on. So here how you have today's. It's just you can look at the other previous days and answer them.
See, mine doesn't have that listed though.
Oh, really?
Maybe because I didn't answer it.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe that's right. Maybe that's why. Because I've answered all these ones, so that makes sense that they would be on here. I don't have any other ones on there, so if there were anything before, what's your go-to way to wind down at night? I don't have it on here. That's lame. Yeah. I want to know your answer.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, well.
Are you creative and passionate? Are you focused and methodical? Are you active and physical? Or are you slow and calm?
What were the first two again?
Creative and passionate? No, creative and... It doesn't show it now. It just shows team creative, but it's
that's okay.
and...
Yeah.
What should Manny name? Oh, Kip, Kip, or Sawyer.
No, that'll
Or-
make you cry every time. Isabel.
Isabel. Isabel's a pretty one.
Mine's called Pickles.
Yes. Yes.
I don't even like pickles.
Mine's called. What's mine called, guys? Milton.
Milton.
Yeah.
Which I think is cute.
Aw.
I have peach, sage, matcha, grapes, Gina, Bluey, and Minto as
your
my
friends?
friend. Yeah. And
I have
Little Star.
I have Bunso, Gina, Haven, Muffin, Jocus, Chai, Walnut, Pickles, Milton, Fancy, and Pip.
I like Pip.
Yeah, that's Kim's from Expedition Through Pages because of Charles Dickens.
That makes sense.
There's a Wizard of Oz theme going on right now.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh, that's fun.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Sawyer would make me too sad. Cute. Okay, well, you got to send us your so we can add you as a friend. Let's see. You have to send us so when you go to add friend, QR code, do my code, and it'll have a little code there. Like mine is TVR. Oh, maybe I'll just put my code in the thing and then you can add me, Manny. Let's see. TVR ZAE 76
One kind thing to myself.
H.
I'm trying to think of a kind thing to say to myself.
Shouldn't be that hard.
I know that.
I am very generous with my personal information.
Okay, I know. I'm really proud of me for finishing Wayfares book 3. See, said it. Good job. Amy, I think we're hatching an egg.
Oh, we are?
I think so.
I'm not hatching an egg.
You and Amy both nurtured your egg today. It's our say the kind thing.
I know, but we haven't got there yet.
But we're gonna get there as long as I can remember to check in.
Let me see where you are or where we're at. Milton. Oh, we got a ways to go. Look at that.
I know.
We can do this. We can do this. Look how cute we are. We're dancing. Wait.
We are so cute. Oh my gosh. That Milton, he's adorable.
He is.
Look at them.
Your little girl's adorable too.
We're just so dang cute.
Oh yeah. Pickles.
Pickles.
Paige just answered a question.
Yeah, don't forget to answer the questions.
I didn't see no questions.
They're under quests. So if you go to quest, it's like the bottom thing under daily quests.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Bottom thing under daily quests.
So look at daily quests. It's the bottom one.
Oh, answer with friends.
Yep. That's a new thing they've been doing every day, which is nice.
Texting or calling?
I really enjoy it.
Oh man, what if I do both?
Wait, you got a different one than we do. What tends to trigger a strong memory for you?
Mine says texting or calling.
Oh.
Yours is different.
What if it's because I'm at a different stage in my metamorphosis?
But then how are your friends going to answer the same question? Because
How do I?
Because part of the thing is you get to see your friends' answers. So I know that Paige, so what tends to trigger a strong memory for you? Smell triggers a strong memory for Paige. Music triggers a strong memory for Jordan and Shar. And for me, a place can trigger a strong memory for me.
I don't know how to make it go to that.
I know. What the heck? What in the actual heck?
I'm just gonna answer this one and see what happens.
Okay.
I love that we both said Team Simpler for fictional worlds.
Yep.
I love that, like, none of my friends said Teams Let's Do It for swapping lives with someone for a week.
Well, it's like I'd try it, but do you really want to swap lives completely?
I can add friends to this.
I'm not into things.
Invite your friends.
Oh yeah, invite me.
Oh wait, is it just?
I also like one of the things they're doing right now are these the monthly challenges. So last month they had spring cleaning challenge where you could do something different, not every day, but and then so now it's this month it's all about your friendships. So one thing I need to do is compliment a friend on something you appreciate about them. So I'm going to do that right now. Danielle, I really appreciate how thoughtful and caring you are and how you really think about things before expressing your thoughts about things. You can tell that you put time into thinking about it, and I appreciate that.
Oh,
It's true. It's true.
thank you.
It's true. It just makes it feel like you are really putting the care into your answers and the like you care about the what you're expressing.
I do.
Yeah. And Paige, I want to tell you that I appreciate your openness and how much you just want to and how uplifting it's like the openness but in how uplifting you are, like you just want to you always bring such positive thoughts and comments, and you always are doing such a good job of lifting, not just me but like everybody around you. You lift everybody up. You have so many nice things to say about people that it's like um you tend to feel a lot more light when when you when I talk to you. I feel a lot lighter because you bring the positive perspective all the time.
I love you. Oh,
I
thank
did
you.
it.
Shucks.
I only did that so I can click it off, you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
So there's 14 goals to do over the whole month, whereas for the spring cleaning one, I found it a lot more difficult because it was like 20 things in 30 days, I think. Like if you missed a day, there really was no hope in catching back up.
Well, and I got stuck on we cleaned half our fridge. And then we didn't clean the other half. So then we were stuck on those and you couldn't move forward.
Yeah. What I ended up doing is writing them down, still ticking them off, and then went back and cleaned them later, or whatever the case may be. So I didn't end up finishing the challenge either, but
send me the list because I wanted to do that, but then when I thought about doing it, it was gone the next day. That the first day of the next month, it wasn't there anymore. So if you can send me the list,
I'll see if I can find it.
if you can find it. If not, don't worry about it. Okay, Mandy, we gave you our codes. So if you go under friends and you go to add a friend and it says enter code, then there's where you can enter our codes. Let's see. Wait, let me show you here. So here under friends, just click the plus button, add a friend, and then it says these three options. Just put enter code. Oh, you have. Okay. Let me go check. Let me refresh. you are. Look, Manny's a baby. Manny's so small. Kip is small. It's baby Kip. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you need that.
Ooh, France.
I just sent you a gift.
So there was a thread.
Did you have to go out and go back in?
No, just look in your friends. Like, I didn't have to add anything. They were Manny was already in my friends list.
So announcements.
But maybe you need to go back out and go back in. I don't know. My cousin has almost. Oh, I'm not holding my own.
Ooh, I see. There we go. It was in my mailbox. There's the little baby.
Manny, there's too many cute things going on. That's cute. It's way too cute. And look how many things are on my daily to-do list. I don't even get half of them done. Look at that.
I'm just like adding random stuff that I did today. Like I shaved my legs.
That's
I finished Wayfares book 3. I'm giving myself points for that stuff instead of the stuff that I have like stuck on there.
That's smart, actually.
I need 3 more PowerPoints. What else did I do today?
You did a live show. You hosted a live show.
I did. I did. I don't feel like that should count. Well,
Yes, it counts. What are you talking about?
If I can move my comforter over into the dryer, then I will have washed my bedding. That would be a big one.
That'd be good. Manny, I invited you to do a task with me. I'm not great at doing the tasks, though.
I just love Milton's like look. Like he is so like eccentric in his clothing choices. Like like Sharon sent me a purple scarf, and so of course I had to put that on, even though it doesn't necessarily match my green kimono. And my
So cute.
my wolf. Oh my gosh.
But they have meaning behind them.
They really do. Oh, here, Manny wants to know, where do I see that? Did you already answer her?
The gift or the challenge?
I think the challenge.
If you go in, so there's little hearts. So if you look at this screen, you'll see this little one. This little bubble here should have hearts when other people are interacting with you. Oops. So when other people interact with you, click. That should be red, and then click on that, and that should show you the things that I like invited you to do, and blah 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 blah. Hey. I got a new pet because I got baby Cookie the cow.
Let me see.
Okay,
Okay,
hold on.
Where do you go to view your pets? That's in like the out.
Is in your bag.
Yeah.
Because
I see it.
Manny would have been using your friend code Amy, so
that's exactly why I got my little cow.
I have a cow that's like gray and dark gray.
Like this one?
No, here I'll show you.
He's Cookie.
This little it's Cookie, but it's just a different color Cookie. Hang on.
Hello, Cookie.
Is it too bright?
I might have to turn you. Thank you so much, Paige. Appreciate it. Now I can finish cleaning my house. Yeah. Oh, he's cute. Yeah, I see he's got a little bit darker gray on his belly, especially. Very cute. I love the micro pets. They're so darn cute.
They're so cute. You called it cute.
Here, I equipped him so you could see him on the thing.
Did you get the hat that I sent you? The gift I sent you.
I didn't get
You
a
can
hat.
put it on.
I didn't get a hat.
Oh no, I sent it to Manny.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Come on.
Wait, let me see what I got.
That's funny.
Hold on.
Oh man. Oh!
No?
Something came. The blue Wicked Witch hat. Okay.
I thought that was funny. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
How do you do that? How do you send that stuff?
Oh, so you can go to anything. So when you go to your friends, like I'm in Page right now, down at the bottom, it says send gift. And you're sending them something you own. So don't send them anything you really want.
Okay. Let me see.
That's so kind of you. Or you can send it from the shop, but it costs you an extra 200 gems to be able to send it.
I'm so mean. Don't send him anything you want.
Let's see here. Oh. Oh, these are fun. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna send you these. I'm
Ooh, this goes with your look page. I'm gonna send you this.
I'm gonna send you. Should we add some
My
gift
look is
wrapping?
currently chaos.
The thing I sent you page goes with your overall aesthetic.
Ah!
You're about to be rocking this, Amy. Now I'm gonna be sending.
Yes, I love it. Okay. Ooh, look at me. I look cool now. Hey, look, I'm going on an adventure with Pip. Look, it's Pip and me.
So cute.
We're going on an adventure. Look at my new glasses. Oh,
So cool.
Psychedelic, dude.
I just found, like, because I went onto your page and it's like, you haven't answered the question, but it was the hobby style one. So that's cool.
Oh. Were you able to go answer it then?
No, I couldn't answer it, but I could view it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say probably Team Creative, maybe. That's where I'm at.
Manny's going to be having too much fun with this now. Did I add a vegetable to my lunch? We already had. No, not really. But I did do that. Twice. Well, guess what, y'all? I have to go to the bathroom. So I might have to cut things short.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, we're going to end the live now.
Thank
you, everyone, for joining us for this Finch tutorial. And also, we're talking about the book with us.
Oh, yeah, that too.
We're going to read The Galaxy and the Ground Within sometime between now and May, or even maybe into May a little bit. So you should also read that. And we'll see you very soon.